gamers and gentlegrams. Love that spectacularly. Hi! We're gonna do a less intense stream tonight. We're just gonna kinda chill. I'm talking about Kirby again. So that's fun. I always like talking about Kirby. I'm not going to be putting the song name along the bottom of the screen because we are going to be doing the Kirby or Yuri quiz. Now, I have already done this quiz once before. It's been a while, so there might still be a few things that trip me up, but I think I know most of the questions. So that'll be fun to find out. And then, this is actually a warm-up for this other thing. The Kirby song or Yuri title or Toho song quiz made by the fantastic and inimitable Captain Something in World. So that's gonna be fun. That's likely to trip me up way harder because while I know some Toho song tracks, I don't know all of them. And some of those are definitely gonna trip me up, and that's funny also. 300 questions! That'll be fun. Anyway. Curbing out. Yuri. Princess himself. Yuri. Normality and Yuri? Attraction, top, Yuri. First cry of a newborn star! That is the soundtrack name for Star Dream's Meow Roar at the beginning of its fight when it reveals that it's a Clockwork Star. Here for a refreshment. It's already getting me. It's gotta be a Kirby Cafe arrangement, right? Yeah! I don't know which one is what. Yuri. Song of Supplication. Memories on it get you. Kirby? My blue guard. Yuri. Sky High and Smitten. That's a Robobot track. Shape of a Heart. That is a Magalore theme remix from the Star Allies puzzle features. Spell of the Scary Beast. Forgotten Land. Phantom of the Moon's Soul. That's Taranza's Sectonia medley remix during Morpho Night. Internal Struggle. I can't remember which one's Inner Struggle and which one's Internal Struggle, but one of them is the version of Meta Knight's battle theme when you fight him for the second time in as Mecha Knight in Robobot, and the other one is the very last weight room song. Like it's like an eerie ambient piece. And it's the last weight room song in the True Arena before you fight Magalore's soul in Return to Dreamland DX. Spent way too long yapping on that, but I know. My dear lass, that's Yuri. To you who were Yuri? Ooh, Yuri. Warning, beware of the dog. Curb. Ah, fuck. God damn it. I jumped the gun, Kirby. God! Listen. My elite ball knowledge is only so elite, Kirby. Yeah! My dearest nemesis, Yuri! Sunny with the chance of Kirby? Rockabilly and Blues. That's a Star Allies puzzle piece. That's Sectonia's first phase. Dave says, that's Susie's Morpho Night battle. Except my fist, Yuri. Rainbows. Ooh! Running through the new world. Main theme of Forgotten Land. Rationalism. Yuri. Caught me singing. That's when you catch Susie singing in Robobot. Beauty and the Beast. Girl. Yuri. There is no love. Yuri. Liturgy of Holy Submission. I think that's Highness's pre-battle theme. Summer Yuri. Gemini Reunion. That's the cutscene theme when Fecto Elphalus grabs, when Forgo grabs Elphalin and becomes Elphalus again. Enemy feels like Yuri. Please be. Okay, so there's a. Let them know we're happy is associated with the Mage Sisters post-Star Allies Redemption. However, Please Be Happy is different phrasing, and I don't know if that would be a similarly thematic song that comes earlier in the soundtrack, or if it's just Yuri. And I'm just... Oh, Yuri? Yeah! Heaven will... Yuri! Monster wants to eat me. Yuri. Marissa is now idle. Yuri. There is no Kirby. Fatal Blooms in Moonlight? That's Sictonia's second phase. Kirby. Blue Star on that deck. Yuri. Moon on a rainy night. Tough one. Could go either way. Yuri? It gets so... Yuri? Twin Star Cyclone Runway. Forgotten Flashman. Sand Partisan's theme. That's Kirby. Beast's Prey? First phase, Leongar. Heart of the Woods? Could be either or. God damn it! See, let them know. See? No, there's Please Be Happy and let them know we're happy. Let them know we're happy is Kirby. Crescent Moon and Donuts. I think that's a Kirby Cafe. God damn it! Crossing into the I know that's a credits theme from Kirby. My Friend and the Sunset. Da da da! Da 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 da! Marionette Kitchen. That's a remix of Marx's theme from the Kirby Cafe album. It's very cute. I like it. Sugar White Holy Night. That's the Christmas-themed Kirby Cafe. Roche Limit. Kirby. Our buddy Elfless. Ultimate Choice. That's Kirby. Long way to Yuri. Yep. Sherbert. A sea of herb. See? It's always like supplementary material. Songs that trip me up, because the Kirby Cafe song titles get weird. Yuri? Fuck! Kirby, that's Kirby Cafe. Love Bullet, that's a Yuri. I've seen people post about that shit on Tumblr. Every day is holiday Yuri! Onward to a Pay, that's the Magalore epilogue main theme. Hunted by the Beast, Kirby! Chasing Devil, Kirby! Yearning for Yellow, that's from Robobot. Perfect Sledding Weather, that's a nice level theme. Girls Who Fought the Darkness. That's Adeline and Ribbon's Morpho Knight fight. See, I was 2, Yuri. Triangle Yuri. Right Spinning Planet. Title theme of Robobot. Where Light Does Not Reach. Final map theme from Star Allies, and one of my favorite songs in the game. Even Black Lily, that's Yuri. I don't know of any Black Lilies in Kirby. Gorgeous. Fuck! Ah! That's not fair. Weeds Won't Go, that's a variant on Where Light Does Not Reach. There are 2 arrangements of the same song. Whisper Me a Love Song, Yuri. Happy in the Real... Yuri? Puppet Offering? Yep, that's all. No. Liturgy of Holy Submission was a cutscene theme. It's where Highness is fucking, screaming and sacrificing the Magus to the Jambahart. Puppet Offering is his pre-battle theme. No, Puppet Offering is his first phase battle theme. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I just... Listen. I still scored a 90, that's a passing grade. That is an A on a 10-point grading scale. I'm going to consider that good! I think that's better than my last score. I think my previous score was 67. So, we are going to play Captain's Big Long Upgraded version. That'll be fun. I should... What? I need to get my damn ears out the caption. Okay, so we'll leave that there so that I'm only kind of sometimes letting my crests go over the caption, over the chat box, but not, like, completely. Okay. An even harder version, actually. As much as I enjoy Kirby music for this, why don't we bump some fucking Toho? Hang on. Hang on, Alien Extended. Can I get extended? So, I was... I'll keep playing Popstar in the background while I'm talking. I have never played a Touhou game, but Touhou is like one of my fandom in-laws. Because one, first of all, the original definition of fandom in-law. You are friends with someone who is in those fandoms. I have 2 Touhou fan friends, at least. Maybe more. I haven't really talked about it to a whole lot of people. However, I was a member of the YouTube poop generation. Because I like YouTube poops, I like YTPMVs. Because I like YTPMVs, I like Otomads. Mick Roll is an Otomad. Mick Roll, aka Ronald McDonald Insanity. That is McDonald's commercials set to You and Owen Was Her. And that was the first time I ever learned of that. That was the first. I'm gesticulating wildly. You can't see it because my my avatar is not rigged for that. That is actually how I learned about Touhou, was through the Otomad scene, because there was Mick Roll, and then people would do like sequels to Mick Roll, and so like Mick Roll 2 was Pokemon's Business from Earthbound, but like further Mick Rolls would be different Touhou songs. So you would have shit like Mick Roll 4, which I think was Hey an Alien. It's either Hey an Alien or whatever the fuck the Tsuo Ryuji's theme is, the fucking nuclear Yatagarasu. I think she's Yatagarasu. I'm not sure if I have that folklore correct. The three-legged sun crow. Hey an Alien, that track. There was also Death to All But the Ronald. A lot of other shit. I wound up on all over Touhou YouTube back in like 2009, because like it was like adjacent to YTP and V2, like that scene, and I've been watching YouTube clips since I was 10, so like that kind of turning funny shit into putting it to music. You would see a lot of Touhou songs used for that. You would see a lot of Japanese rhythm game songs used for that, especially stuff from like E-Mania. That showed up a lot, especially because tracks from especially Japanese rhythm games, like ER, like the Konami shit, like the arcade cabinet ones, usually have pretty complex melodies, for the purposes of making the song difficult to play on a cabinet, and that difficulty made it attractive to create otomads of those songs using your favorite meme sources. God, does Pizza La Zone still exist? Hang on. I'm gonna open this tab in the stuff. Pizza La Zone. Is it still real? Are you real? That's rough. Come on. Is it real? It still exists! Oh, thank fuck. Oh, thank God it's real. Oh. Yes, thank God it's still on YouTube. Less 15 years ago. Oh, hey, there's me. Boxes and Octagon. That was another big, like UPMG source at the time. 74 likes. That was pretty big for 12 years ago. The comments 12 years old. Okay, that's enough. That's enough reminiscing. We're gonna do the quiz. Can I get longer, please? There we go. Yeah. Whoa! Oh, it's a dragon drop! Coffee shop at Twilight and Starry Skies. I fucked that up. No, wait, no, I fucked up a different one. Oh, god damn it. No fair same item. That's Air Ride. Onwards Pain, Kirby. Happy Sugar Life. I know that's a Yuri, and also those who depart of your space, that's not land. Strawberry Christ. That's a Yuri. What? That's a Toho track? Okay. Alright. Alright. Lunatic Princess. That's gotta be Toho, right? Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom? Let's play the song Shepherd of the Sea of Fog. That's Yuri. Abandoned Forest. Full Moon? Yeah! That's because, like, if stuff is, like, distinct, music's a bit too loud, then I am shouting over myself. Yeah, okay, I'm slightly better. Slightly better? Slightly better. Hi, Tolden. Welcome to the stream. Having watched you all along. Pre-Roller's Coronation! One of my favorite Kirby songs. It's the Magalore medley. Let them know we're happy. Let's meet again tomorrow. Greenhouse Witch. Dance with the Painting Witch. Kirby Cafe Drossia. Crescent Sweet Honey. Satisfying meal for an obscene pair. Faded Dream of a Psycho Meddler. That's, whatever the fuck. Are you sure? That's gotta be delete your file music. Even if forgotten by the welcomer. Bad feeling. By the riverbank, which is love punch. Perfect sledding weather. I'm just gonna have to scroll through this and grab all the Kirby shit first. So I'm not, completely... Beautiful Prison. That's that's late game triple deluxe. That's the true monster wants to eat me. Yuri. Eruption's finale. My friends in the setting sun. Meta Knight credits. Hartman's Yokai Girl. That's Toho. Deaf to all but the song. See? My YTPMV knowledge is coming in clutch. Shadowy Partners. That's the Dorochen Dark meta puzzle piece. Pair of Divine Beasts. Ooh. Reading the Secret Diary. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse? Yeah. Reach for the Moon, Immortal Smoke. That's... Yeah! Yeah, okay. Jellystone. Jellystone? Jellystone's a Yuri, right? No! Oh, okay. Listen, this is more entertaining because the more I get wrong, the more you can laugh at me. And also, my Toho knowledge is much less than my Kirby knowledge, and my Yuri knowledge is... I don't fucking read enough manga. I'm more of a, adventure fantasy type of person when it comes to anime and manga. Fate of Two Worlds, I think that's Forgotten Land. We shall die together. La Folia d'Amor. Highness's second phase theme. True friends stand with you. Sword of the Surviving Guardian, that's ya boy Meta Knight. Polaire de Bijou d'Amor. No, that's a good... Oh, Captain, that's clever as fuck. So Colored World, I want to say that. Ooh, I would have thought that was a Rainbow Curse theme. Officially sanctioned Twilight newspaper. Isn't there like yeah, there's like a news girl who you can fight in one of the Toho games. Native Faith, that's Toho. Bloom Into You, that is definitely a Yuri. Star in All Seasons, A Happy Message, UFO Romance in the Night Sky, Heavenly Garden Where the Maidens Bloom, Starlight Vega, Song of the Starfall Children. 9.3 billion in Anguish! What the fuck happens in that story? Whether it's Toho or Yuri, what the fuck is happening there? Puppet Offering, Kirby, Rockabilly and Blues, Kirby, Cosmic Princess Kaguya. The exclamation point makes me want to say Yuri, but the Kaguya reference makes me want to say Toho. But Kaguya is a very classic Japanese folktale. And I think there are a few, like, other East Asian countries that have a similar, story. One of the Yuri ones you haven't found. Cherry Blossom Picnic. Seifuku no Vampirist Lord. I want to say that's Yuri. Yes! Okay, because I was going to say that because neither of the vampires in Toho wear Seifuku. They are in more, Ghostly passenger. Okay, ghostly passenger ship. That's not... Sleepless Night of the Eastern Country? Uh-huh. Yeah! Sweet blue flowers of summer, you were there. Summer, you were there? Oh, Voyage 1969! That's gotta be a reference to the moon landing, right? Which means it's a reference, probably has some Kaguya themes going on in the background. Battle of Sworn Partners, that's the Meta DD fight in Kirby Fighters 2. Aid in the Pocket Watch of Blood. Well, the only Pocket Watches I can think of in Kirby have nothing to do with blood. I don't think... Adventure, the Love-Struck Tomboy. Yuri? No way! No shit! Fiddling a score. See, this is formatted like a Toho song. It's the fucking final Rush theme from the Mandalore epilogue. Vagrant Keepsake of Oblivion. That's gotta be a remix of, Vagrant Counting Song from Robobot, but I don't know what. Necrophantasia. Yeah! I'm glad that I was like, that sounds familiar, and that sounds Toho-y. Poppy singing is Kirby. Love Bullet is Yuri, a visitor from afar. That's Magalore's theme, where the true enemy lies. Ooh. Waste Where Life Began. Forgotten Land Desert theme. Welcome your new Overlord. Magalore First Phase. Preferred Spicy Ultimate Choice. That's Kirby. Secret Book 1 Planet Marriage of Two Dragons. Phantom of the Moon Soul. Kirby. How many did we hit? Ugh. Mistletoe. Kirby. That's Days of Monster of Childhood. Master Crown and Susie Morpho Knight's fight in Hating Rock Bottom. That's from the beginning of the Magalore epilogue. That's, like, the really sad piano arrangement of the motif from when another dimension starts to fall apart at the end of the game. Everyone Under the Same Sky, Dark Asterisk, Coca Clyde, Circuits and Veins, Tetragrammaton Labyrinth, Ashland's Crystal Sugar, and Machine Gun. Rainbows After Storms, Yuri! We're using the previous quiz as a warm-up so that I have a few successes on the Yuri section, because otherwise we're fucked. Oh, Master Spark! That's, what's-her-face? Marisa, the Witch Girl's, that's her, like, super move, so I guess Love Color Master Spark is one of her themes. Also, the parallel with you. Did I fuck that up last time? That's formatted like a Toho thing. Yup. Fans Machine, Fans Factory, Song of Supplication. First Ideology. Spring Breeze! Spring Breeze is a very big... Hello. Hello, Mr. We are doing the Kirby song or Yuri title or Toho song, which is an extended version of the Kirby or Yuri quiz that someone else made. Clothing of the Celestials. I want to say, yeah! Clothing, because there are space people. There's a kingdom on the moon in Toho. And... closet. In the closet? Are you... in the closet? Yuri. It's about lesbians in the closet. Are you again tomorrow again? Roche Limit, that's Kirby. Summer Sands and Cool Waves. I fucked that up last time. That is... no! Dreamland? Like, just Dreamland. Just Dreamland? Beware the Umbrella Left There Forever. Toho. Tsukumogami. It's about Akaso Obake, and Toho is all about yokai girls. Hakure Shrine is a place in Gensokyo. What? Namai? No, Hakure... Oh. I could have sworn that would have... Let me guess. Captain put in a couple curveballs, and that one is a Yuri Dojin about Toho characters. Because Hakure Shrine is a place in Toho. That's gotta be what that is, right? I'm okay getting it wrong, but, like, that's gotta be what that is, right? Lotus Love. Land. Mary's Dream of Beast King's Rest. That's gotta be... No! Really? Nobly Inked Order of Life. That's Toho-ass name. Invasion at the House of Horrors. Forgotten Land level theme. Beast King's Rest. Who is the Beast King in this context? There's not a lot of dudes in Toho. Falling Star. Of course! They would put Sing of Radiant Thea in this quiz. The most Toho-ass name that any Kirby song has ever had. Motherfucker. Oh. Katie of Flowers and Ice. Kirby. Naturalis, Astoria. Capital City of Flowers in the Sky. Kissing with my dearest girl. I wanna say that's Yuri. Yeah! Hero of the Star-Spangled Banner. That's the fucking... That's Clown Piece. That's Toho. There is a clown on the moon who dresses like the American flag because of the flag that the Apollo missions planted there. That's one of the background gags of Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. Sudden Happen Ending. That's the fake-out credits theme from Star Allies. Too bad. That's gotta be a failure theme from Kirby. Swear to God, if now loading is a Yuri, I'm gonna scream. No way! Come on! Oh, this is amazing. Okay, I want to say Naturalis Historic. Yeah, that's a Toho-ass name. You got a part sphere? The part sphere in question would be the Grand Doomer taking the lore's emblem, Luna Clock, Luna Dial. I want to say, yep, Toho. Sea Moon, Magical Buden. Swordsman of a Distance. Oh. Sky High and Smitten, that's that. Faded and Flower. Faded and Flower. Reflected Laughter, that's Kirby. Tip Tip for the Dead Princess, that's Toho. That's, Remilia's theme. That's Yuri. Valkyrie Drive, Siren Breakout. Chance Oasis, level theme. Moonlight Canyon. First Cry of a Newborn Star, that's Star Dream. That's Adelaine and Ribbon fighting Morpho Knight. Sweet Harmony, Twin Star, Cyclone, Runaway. I think that's Yuri. 100% that's gotta be Kirby. Moonlight Garden. Oh, that could be anything. That could be a Sectonia-related thing. That could be a Yuri. That could be a Toho-related thing. That's really... Ooh. Weird Witch of Taishol. Celestial Valley! That's Air Ride. From... the new world. Fuck. There's... I got that wrong on the last quiz, too! It's because I'm Russian. Finishing Dream, Lost Dream. Item, Destruction Delivered. Dream of a Spring Breeze. It's gotta be fucking... Oh! Ah! The fucking trick questions in this. God. That's really good. My ball knowledge may be elite, but my anime girl knowledge is not. Sullied Grace. It's Kirby. Rainbow Secret. Free. Yeah. Atolus Syndrome. That sounds like something a Toho song would be named for. Or Yuri. Full Speed Farewell from the New World. That's when you hit Elphalus with the truck. Shape of a Heart. Magalore Puzzle Piece. Sentinel of the Magical Girl. Highness and Light in the Stars. Green Eye Jealousy. Hi, deselect. Oh, Moonlight! Fatal Blooms of the Moonlight! Or Moonstruck Blossom. Early for beginning game. Oh! When Lily's girl awakens with a kiss from the princess. Yeah, that's Yuri. Maiden seeking in the deep sea, dull judgment, the girl who played with people's shapes. That sounds like a Toho type of character. Revolutionary Girl Utena. I know what Utena is. Pink ball activate. Robobot. Heartfelt fancy. Complete darkness. Okay, so we've scrolled all the way to the bottom. I am a distinct shining yellow star so bright. Care for a refreshment? I fucked that up the first time, that's it. No, I got that right the first time. I second-guessed myself. Lullaby of a deserted hell. Uh-huh. Because hell is empty or something in one of the games? Would that be subterranean animism? I don't know shit from fuck about Touhou. I have, like... My bald knowledge is not elite when it comes to Touhou. It is, having watched you all of it's extra love. Let's see. It's a Touhou song? I gotta remember that Touhou... Touhou songs can get weirder with that. I'll switch Yuri. This is funny. Yuri. Creation of that. We will meet again tomorrow. Yuri. Tiny, clever commander. Very panic. Gotta be. Yeah, that's Yuri because I fucked up the strawberry thing. There's another strawberry one, and that was a Touhou track. Angel's Kiss in the Dark. Witch of Love Potion. Are you a... Yeah! Okay. I thought I was like, that sounds vaguely... Closing spring in this room with cherry balls. Damn! Okay, I was like, would that be Phantasmagoria Flower View related? No, it is not. The Miko. Oh! Would... Nah! See? I know just enough about Touhou that some of these are tripping me up because I don't know. Because the Miko's words and the witch's incantations, I was thinking that was Reimu and Marisa, who are two of the most, like, they're like the two main, I'm not gonna say they're the main playable characters, but they're very often playable in Touhou games. What? I like get like a gold crust on the fucking computer mouse? Sorry. Pair of Divine Beasts. I want to say that's Touhou? Yeah, okay. Battle Among Friends. Loose Rain. Rocket Girl. Yeah, that sounds like it would be. Judimore. Yuri? Okay. I don't think the Executioner and Her Way of Life. I think that's a Yuri. Yep. In my right arm. You for Romance in the Night Sky. Would that be something from Unidentified Fantastic Object? Starly Vega. Yeah, okay. Knife Edge Girl. The makes me on some werewolf. Are there werewolves in Touhou? I feel like there might be a werewolf by now, but I feel like the main kind of animal shifters are like the yokai types you get. So I know there's a kitsune lady. I guess I don't know if there's a Tsunuki yet or not, because I haven't been keeping up with Touhou since fucking 2000 and whatever the fuck. Huh? What? Wait. We did... Robobot? Kirby Planet Robobot? It's because the fucking cannon cost 9.3 billion Holtmans. Fake fan. I'm a fake fan. I don't know the titles. God, the fucking Shinya Kumazaki, when I fucking get you. When I fucking get you. He names the cutscene themes that are just character voices and sound effects. Flawless. Yeah, okay, that's, yeah, very Blossom Picnic. Yuri? Great trip after the credits roll. Yuri? Because Ghostly Passions or ship? Toho? Starlit Journey? That's Air Riders. Cosmic Princess Kaguya! I say Yuri? Okay, yeah. Toho? Okay, that's another Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom one. Because their, Moon Kingdom lore very much, like, makes a lot of references to the Apollo mission. Because, like, the whole point of the setting of Toho, it takes place in Gensokyo, which is basically, like a pocket dimension in Japan, where, it's like a nature reserve for mythical beasts and creatures, and, like, other such things, and they need that because dwindling human belief in those mythical creatures out in the real world is an existential threat to their survival. So that's why Gensokyo was made. So these people, it's like a nature reserve, refugee camp type thing for myths and monsters and yokai and shit. And I think one of the premises of why Remilia and Flandre are there is because they moved in from Europe, because I don't think Europe had an equivalent place for mythical creatures to go, so vampires from there had to fuck all the way off to Japan to find a place to stay. Welcome to the Moon Tour. Is that Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom? Yup. Places about the moon. Places where you go. Toho game. Where the true enemy lies. Kirby? Yup, okay. How many did we hit? Kirby? Okay, yeah, that's a minigame theme. Love of magical charms. Peaceful. Magic library. Is that Patchouli's theme? Heh. Oh, whoa. Yuri? Okay. Circuits and veins is difficult. Yuri? Okay. Tetragrammaton Labyrinth sounds like a Toho track. But the Tetragrammaton is the 4-letter name of God. Has Toho started touching on Abrahamic faiths yet? Like, is that... Okay, no, that's Yuri. I was like... I shot my shot, and it was wrong, and yeah, I figured that Toho probably might not. Swept out to sea. Is that Girls Stealing Club? Okay. Stage of the Partners Who Shook the Heavens. That's Kirby. The Partners Who Shook the Heavens are DDD and Meta Knight at the end of Kirby Fighters. With the memories, I'll never forget you. That's... It's formatted like it should be a Kirby title. The Parallel with You. That's... Yeah! Magalog credits theme, I think. She's in a temper. Yuri? Oh, that's a Toho track! Tomboyish Girl in Love. There's 2 Tomboy, tracks in Toho. I feel like Tomboyish Girl in Love was an easy one. Like, now that I think about it, like, that starts to sound familiar, and I was like, oh, maybe I did hear that in, my Toho Adventures. Dreamland. Dreamland is gonna be such a fucking trip. If it's not Kirby, I don't know what the fuck it is. Big. 3? Yeah. Art, accept my fist of love. Yuri? Slays Dragon Kings. Yuri? What the fuck is happening in Toho while I wasn't looking? Okay, in Prism. Oh, that's a Yuri! Did I... Hang on. Did I have a max? I wasn't done! Was I done? There's no... Do I fail at a certain point? Oh, I ran out of time. There's a time limit. You have to do it in 25 minutes. I was yapping too much. Celine's Light, Phantom of the Moon, Kirby, Starbow Dream, World Without Freedom. Ran out of goddamn time. This wish comes. Still Dream, Darkness Calls, Valkyrie, Silent Breaks Out. Stage First. Strawberry Panic, Toho. No, Strawberry Panic is the Yuri! That's the other strawberry one, which is a love potion. Really? Okay. Swordless Fire, that's Kirby. 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 Of Colored Magic? Wow, okay. Flawless Clue, delete. You want to delete your files? Cherry Blossom Blue. That's Yuri. We found that out last attempt. Fate of Faith, Toho. Dullahan of the Willows? Yeah, I know there's at least one Dullahan in Toho. Passenger ship, call my name. True friends stand with you. Kirby? Yeah, that must be like a Star Allies cutscene thing. Knife Edge Girl. Yuri. Sudden happening and finishing dream, lost dream. Yep, Toho. What's this now? I think that's... yeah, that's... Sky where cherry blossoms? Nope, that's Toho. Also fulfilled dreams. Uh-oh. Damn, I fucked that up. I wonder which that is. Extra Love... Toho? Starbow Dream... Yuri? No, that's... World Without Freedom. If this wish comes true. Toho? Oh. Ow. Wind God Girl, definitely Toho. Last Dance in Summer. Crimson Christ, that's... Goodbye of a Deserted Hell. Tiny Clever Command, Toho? Bigger keeps it with Kirby. Battle Among Friends, Kirby? Satisfying Meal for an Obsidian Pair, Yuri. Umbrella Left There Forever, Toho. Vivid Illusions. Just a Shining Yellow Star, Kirby. Out of the Blue, Pink Crush, Kirby? Oh, that's a... There's some shit that I am not familiar with. Out of the Blue, it's not a class of magical power. Kirby? No! I was wondering if there was like a something to do with Krakow that I was missing. Nope, that is Toho. Girlish Sweet. Yuri? Song of the Starfall What if this is about the Starries? Toho. No, it is about the Starries! That's from Star-Crossed World! Soaring Determination. Yeah! Mountains in an Angry Sky. Toho? I'm a fake fan! That's Toho. April Dream. Is that? Liturgy of Holy... Claire Blanche. Bless the Plains with Song. Toho? What? That's Painting. That's Gracia. Sure, that's Yuri. Spring Breeze. It's gotta be Kirby. Love Alive. That's Kirby. Peaceful Romance. Yuri? No, that was Toho! We learned that last time, and I just forgot. Present Sweet Honey? Yuri? Hello Melancholy? Yuri? Kirby? Watch of Blood? Toho? Shall we partner Kirby? Executioner? Yuri? Heartfelt Yuri? Oh, that's Toho! Now loading is a Yuri, apparently! Crossing the Perilous, Magalog, Naga Supplicators, Kirby Star Allies. Diamore... Toho? No, I think I got that right the first. True Enemy Lies, that's Kirby. That's Yuri. Magic Library, I think that related to Patchouli. Patola Syndrome, I think we learned that was Yuri last time. Try Again Tomorrow Again, Kirby? Yes. Roche Limit, Kirby. Star Conquering Traveler, my boy Void Termina! Deluxe Master, that's Kirby. That's Hitting Rock Bottom, that's Kirby. Starlight Vega, that's Yuri. Eternal Spring Dream, difficult, I'm gonna skip it for now. Inevitably Forbidden Game is Toho, we learned that. Shower of Strange Occurrences, Toho? Angel's Kiss in the Dark, Yuri? Pair of Divine Beast, Toho? For Romance, yup. See You and the Sun, Kirby? No! That would be My Friends and the Sunset, which would be the Meta Knight. Mistletoe, Kirby. One who controls the marriage of Yuri? Soul Judgment, that's Toho. Need to see a member, Toho? Rip after the credits roll. I keep forgetting that one's a fucking Yuri! Girls Who Fought the Darkness. It's Kirby. I listened to that today at work. Shape of Art, that's Kirby. What about Toho Shang? The UG theme is Solar Sector Mystic Wisdom. For 10 minutes! Okay, I'm back. Let's see if I can finish. One who controls world, Utena, Yuri. Dear Flow stays pure. Yuri? Welcome to the Moon Tour, Toho. First Carbon Newborn Star, Kirby. Hidden Star and all that big of you monster wants to eat me, Yuri. Took faint, Yuri. Here for a refreshment, Kirby. Werewolf, Yuri? No, there is a werewolf in Toho. Meet again tomorrow, Toho? No, I fucked that up. Let's live in a lovely cemetery. Toho? Festival for Magicals, we found out that was Toho. Desire Drive. Yuri? Ashley Aregi, that's Yuri. Visitor from afar, that's Magalor. Omo, Botan, and Lib... Naturalis Historia? Familia doesn't wear a Seifuku. That's Kirby. Secret Diary, Kirby. That's the Magalog. Yuri. Mary the Magician. I say Yuri? Oh! Is there a magician named Mary, or am I just the literary reference like you and Owen that I'm not? Apparently, 9.3 billion in anguish is a cutscene theme from Kirby. Ignorance of a world yet that's water-themed legendary wonderland. Toho? Of course, that's what Gensokyo? Kazan and the Morning Glories, my... Yuri? Rainbows After Star Yuri? Innocent Light in the Stars. How many did we hit? Kirby. Summer, you were there. Yuri? Puppet Offering, Kirby. My Jealousy. I fucked that up. Yuri? Nope. Toho. Except My Fifth of Love. Definitely Yuri. Bloom Into You. I'm vaguely aware of that. Love Potion. Yuri? In the Closeted, Yuri. Swept Out to Sea is Kirby? Got a Part Sphere, that's Kirby. Sunny Witch, probably a bit more, that's Kirby. Sweet Blue Flowers. Yuri? Celestial Valley, that's the Air track. 5 seconds before that's Yuri. Welcome your new, that's Kirby. Rainbow Color World, yes, Yuri. No, that's Toho! That was from last time, we knew that! Kirby. City of Flowers in the Sky, is that? Ugh! Did we learn that last time and I just fucking biffed it because I was thinking about Triple Deluxe? I was like, oh, is there a fucking, theme from Royal Road in there that I don't know about? Phantasm Machine, that's Toho as fuck. Oracles of the Threefold Glint, that's Kirby. Those are the Mage Sisters. That's Kaguya, that's a Yuri about Kagi, Loveful, that's Sky High and Spit Kirby. Good morning, miss. Yuri! Of Color Master Spark, that's Toho. And Flower Shines will shall die together. Yuri! No! Toho! Of the Clouds, Sound of a Butterfly. Toho? Huh. Moonlight Future Blossom is Kirby. Girl Sealing Club is Toho? Wait, think we were. Weird Witch of Taisha. Toho? No! Okay, Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. Not gonna try that yet. Full Speed Farewell from the New World. Hitting Elphalus with the truck. She's in a temper. Apparently that's a Toho one. Who's in a temper? I don't know. Reverse Ideology. That sounds like it could be a Toho thing. Okay. Having the Real World too, okay? Overlord, Coronation. Those are different servers. That's Kirby. Hitting in the Rainy Morning. Yuri? Forgotten Flash Lightning. Sand Partisan. Beasts of Prey. Kirby. Reach for the Moon. Immortal Smoke. Toho. Reflected Left. Kirby. Kiss and the Wail of Madeira. Yuri. Crowned. Obviously. Sullied Grace. Dream of the Spring Breeze. Dream! That was another trick question I lost on the last one. Other Side Picnic. Yuri? That's Toho. Had a Dream of Psycho Metal. That's Kirby. Pocha Climb. Yuri. Electric Heritage. Toho? Luna Clock, Luna Dial. Starlit Journey Ballad. That's that Grim War of Alice. That's Toho, because Alice is a spellcaster, I think. Complete Darkness. Beautiful Prison is Kirby. Love Bouquet and Prism. Toho? Nope, that was Yuri. Rainbow Secret. Yuri? Brings that Sleepy Terrace. Theoden. I think there's that. Bunch of Love-Struck Tomboy. I think that was Toho. I think both of the Love-Struck Tomboy ones were Toho. Faith is for the transient people. I don't know what Mountain of Faith is, but there's like something about apparition stuff like that. That's Kirby. Bad Feeling. Kirby? No fair, the same item. Because words and the witch's incantations. Apparently, that's Yuri. I'm convinced it's a Toho Yuri Dojin, and it was a deliberate curveball, but that's a Yuri, apparently. Eternal Struggle. The swordsman of a distant star. I swear to God. There is no Galactonite theme that is called that. That's gotta be Toho, right? Yup. Twilight newspaper, Toho. Pain no heart, my pain. Whatever the fuck. That's Magalore. Coffee shop, it's Kirby Cafe 1. Release the spice! Secret. Yuri? Me and my right arm. Toho? Nope. I was wondering, and I didn't actually bother to look up which arm Utsuho Ryuji had replaced with the Yatagarasu's third leg. Like a fucking nuclear power rod or something. Strawberry Crisis, that's Toho. We learned about that. Both of the strawberry shenanigans are Toho. No, Crisis with Toho, and then Strawberry Panic? Strawberry Panic and Strawberry Crisis, two variants of the same song. Fragments of Love. Tetragrammaton Labyrinth. That's Yuri. We learned that last time. Setting Sun. Revenge of Meta Knight credits. Falling Star. Now this motherfucking thing. It looks like a Toho song. It's Kirby. Hero, the Star Spangled. That's Clown Piece. Slippery Set Dreamland. Watched you all along. Was Dreamland a Yuri? Nope, it was Toho. Watched you. Saw the starry sky. Damn! Septet. Ooh, Hartman's Yokai Girl. Yep. Sweet Harmony. Yep. Oh, this was a Yuri apparently. Hakure Shrine. Sky Color Dandelion, even though Hakure Shrine is in Gensokyo, which means that has to be another Toho Dojin Yuri. Toho Yuri Dojin. Yuri Dungeon. Phantasmagoria what? Toho? Bamboo Force Toho? False Finale. Happy Message. Kirby? I think Happy Message is like a jingle fanfare. Toho? I go to the Maid Blue. Toho? Nope. Yuri. Necrophantasia. That's Toho. Rocket Girl. That's Christian. Machine Gun Boy. That's Lunatic Princess. I want to say Dollmaker because there's another Dollmaker. Arcadia Flowers of Paradise. Feeling that that's Kirby. Sworn Partner is Kirby. Forgotten by the World. For Dead Princess is Toho. Toho. Sledding Weather, that's Kirby. Too Bad, that's Kirby. Let's Go Home. Tomboyish Girl of Love. Lovestruck Tomboy. There's a Lovestruck Tomboy in Toho. I can't remember who she is. Okay. Jellystone. Apparently Toho. Dark Asterisk. I want to say Yuri. Let's Go Home. Kirby? Yeah, I think that was one of the final cuts. False Finale. Kirby? Okay. Lost Message. Yuri? Oh! I think watched you all along. I want to say... Yeah! I thought that sounded familiar. You can find Noble Flower. Say Yuri? Darkness Calls is tough. I feel like that could be Toho or Kirby. Toho? No! It was Kirby! I'm a dumb fuck. My ball knowledge is not as elite as I thought. If we're not friends. Yuri? Afternoon Tea. Kirby? Yeah! Maple Dream. Yuri? No! That formatting should have given it away. It's Toho. How am I? I am trying to rush through it because I do have to get to bed earlier-ish. What without freedom? Toho? Oh, okay. Those who live in illusions. Kirby? Nope. Celine's Light. Yuri? Nope. I'm just out of the blue. Kirby? No. Yuri? No dignity for the captain. Toho? Damn! Okay, can't afford it. Toho? I'm sucking at this. Eternal Spring Dream. Ha! Who is that? The one who controls the world. Caught me singing, that's Kirby. Greenhouse Witch. Yuri? Kirby? Light of Azure. Yuri? Nope. You could see like Yuri? Eruption's Finale. Kirby? Oh, Romantic Share. Yuri? I beg of you. Yuri? Happy Sugar Life is Yuri. Hassan and the Morgan Toho? No, I fucked that up. Kindness of Light is... Huh? From the New World is not Kirby, I think. Adoration of Magic. Toho? Crazy Backup to Yuri? Who the fuck is backup dancing in Toho? Give my heart to you. Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. Yuri? Comprehensive Tovarish. That sounds like a Toho name. And yet, it is a Yuri. What's associated with grand opening? Oh? Is that the grand opening of Merry Magoland? I think that's what that is. I think it's like a sound effects track of Magoland. Rose Garden. Faded in Flower. Kirby? Faded in Flower, a remix of Sully Grace. One more. Let's do one more turn. See how. I get that for... Yeah! We're now going to play Septet for a Dead Princess. Praise Dream of Shining Yuri? Childhood. That's Kirby. Like a Spring Storm, Sleepy Terror, Sakura Trick. Yuri? Apparition Stock Night. Toho? Ooh! Titan Destruction Deliverance. That has to be about the Master Crown if I got that wrong. Yuri? Oh, okay. I wanted to say Kirby? No? Yuri? I can see like Yuri? Might have Yuri? Yuri? That's Kirby. Beyond those thoughts. Yuri? Relax, Kirby. 3 steps. Tahoe? The fucking slippery steps in Kirby! That's I-Hole. Yuri? All this better break. Tahoe? Nope. The box memory. Yuri? Sugar and Machine Gun. Romantic Fall. Yuri? Nope. Moonlight Garden. Tahoe? Nope. Even if Forgotten by the World. Wow, I'm sucking at this. I'm trying to speed up, so I'm... Remain in Phantom. Yuri? Nope. Magician's Melicon. Tahoe? Whispered Word. Yuri? Spring Store. Yuri? Flowering Night. I want to say... Yeah, Flowering Night's Tahoe track. Sleeping Terror. Yuri? No? Lotus Love. Is that also Tahoe? Complete Darkness. Tahoe? Having the World War II. Okay, Yuri? Fate of Two Worlds. I want to say Kirby? Ultimate Truth. Tahoe? You win for tomorrow, Yuri? No! I'm a fake fan! Hidden Star in all seasons. Arcadian Drink. Yuri? These Dragon Kings. Carolyn's. I think that was like Sleepless Night of the Eastern Country. Tahoe? Broken Heart. Give my heart to you, Yuri? Of a Magical Chime. Tahoe? Eclair Blanche. Yuri? Broken Heart. Okay. I got 75%. There are 100 of each, and I just fucked it up? I think I can take some pride in the fact that I had a really good streak going with Kirby. I have got to figure out what some of these are. That's wacky. That's wacky, chat. I am going to switch back into curb mode. Open. I don't want that folder. That's not appropriate for stream. My curb. Where's my Kirby whiteboard? Where did I put you? That's not it. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Did I put it in the next folder up? Excuse me for a moment. I'm searching. Those are photographs of my face, which I kind of... It has to be under art, right? Script time. That was me. Figure. Okay. So I do have the Kirby whiteboard. I made all of the layers visible. Okay, so it's gonna look a bit jank, I think. And see what it looks like. Okay, that's a little guy. That was the big one. And we're gonna use that one. Kirby music. A lot of shit going on. A lot of shit on, yeah, I think What's that Tiny Star Dream doing there? I'm gonna leave Tiny Star Dream up while I grab some new music. Blah. What I don't know. Curb. Where's my curb? Do I have my curb? My curb burp? Those are not, that's not extended! I would like extended tracks, please. Tiny Star Dream is going to open that in a new tab. You're going to see how that works. Oh, that you only have 22 videos. Is it 22 videos worth of stuff that's completely new, or is it just you're not done? I think this guy just is not done. Dreamland. Regular Return to Dreamland. I have... That's the Magalog. That's... Well, I think this is as good as we're gonna get. So, there's a selection of stuff we have. We are going to do something interesting tonight. That's not how that works. I'm gonna have to drag and drop instead. This is a map of the Milky Way. We are going to be doing some... We're gonna be doing some shit to this picture. And we're going to have a good time doing so. I just unplugged my computer by mistake. Hang on, let me... deal with the consequences of my nightmare cable management. Okay, as long as my mic is still plugged in. The mic is still plugged in. My headphones are still plugged in. My camera is still plugged in. The monitor is still plugged in. We are ready to rock. Okay. So. This is the map of the Milky Way. I'm gonna go ahead and Max. And so my Kirby headcanon takes place in a transformed version of the Milky Way galaxy. Transformed version of the real world. It takes place very far in the future. And shenanigans have happened. Many shenanigans, in fact. I think I could crop off. There's like a title. Okay. Going to save as, so we can keep my layers. And put it... I'm just gonna title this file Gamble Galaxy because... alternative name for the galaxy used on Popstar, according to... stole it from Squeak Squad. Okay. So, have the Milky Way. 100%. Okay. So we are here. Here is the sun. We got shit going on in here. I don't know what these other tiny, like, marked points are. Are those specifically? I wonder what color I should use against this to make it more visible. Because I can't use white, because that'll blend in with the stars, and I can't use black, because I feel like that would blend in with the background. My brain wants to say maybe a shade of yellow? But I'm worried that might not be. So the gray yellow is not very visible, but the green? Visible is green. I could go full Kirby and we could do pink, but I feel like pink is also kind of blending in with the background a little bit. Purple seems a little too vivid. Make it a dark purple. I think that purple is dark enough to show up on white and light enough to show up on black. So, I'll make some layers. But I'm not drawing directly on it, so I can hide them when I want to. Kirby. In the beginning. No, not that. In my headcanon. The main setting does in fact take place in our solar system. Top Star is a transformed Mars. Ripple Star is a transformed Venus. Earth has been kicked out to the Kuiper Belt. Uranus is now sky high. Jupiter is now half moon. I can't see... I can't see Alpha Centauri on this map. Because I think it might be so close. I might need another diagram. Actually, hang on. Let me see. Local group. I need to figure out what the difference between the local group and the local cluster is. Because one of them is how many our local galactic neighborhood, and the other is our local stellar neighborhood. Local group is a galaxy group. Local close cluster. Nearest stars to the sun. Are we not part of, like, a cluster? Yeah, okay. So, and our nearest star. Because... largest object within 20 light years is Procyon? Brightest star of the constellation. I know. Constellations are going to be slightly different because the planets are in different places. What is it? Local interstellar cloud. Local bubble! That's what it's for! Local bubble! So I was like thinking local cluster, the local group? No, that's galactic. That's like the Milky Way and its neighbors. The local bubble is the bubble that our local interstellar cloud. Yeah, that's our solar system and some of our neighbors. Because I think we're actually in a small void. Interstellar medium. Yeah. Exceptionally sparse gases. The local bubble is a result of supernovae that exploded within the past 10 to 20 million years. Geminga, a pulsar in the constellation Geminga? Pulsar in the constellation Gemini, was once thought to be a remnant of a single supernova that created a local bubble, but now multiple supernovae in subgroup B1 of the Pleiades moving group are thought to have been responsible, becoming a remaining supershell. Thanks, Wikipedia! I love astronomy! Okay, so the sun. I'm also gonna cut down my stabilization. I need to write normal. Maybe I do need white. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with, like, a white instead of purple. I'll just... I need that. And layer styles. I have a edge color black, please. Thickness of edges. How many pixels? That's 2 pixels. 2 million. So, the sun, aka Starin. I'm going to make my brush thicker. Thicker than that. I might need to go grab some shit from my Tumblr. Because I did some, verbal hashing out of star shit. I eventually decided something to do with Alpha Centauri, where Floria orbits one that side on, I can't remember which is which. Floria orbits one and Aquarius orbits the other. I like to look by time. That's that. Keep fucking around. 4 months hard labor in the source material gulag. Yep. There's my fucking astronomy headcanons. Is International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Okay. The post. I could put some Kirby planets in Alpha Centauri. Yeah, I can't find details on AB's habitable zone because the science communicators are shitting your pants at the possible exoplanets orbiting Proxima in its habitable zone. Looking at my layout for Star and go, where'd that to? Where? Did I talk about it on Discord instead? Schools. Where the fuck? I'm gonna start. I think it was in this circle. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? So that's me yapping about fanfiction with friends and, like, rubber ducking with them and just talking. Do I start earlier? Or is this we're talking about? I think we were just talking about, okay, that's just fandom meta. I'm not talking. What the fuck did I post about? I'm gonna have to look up Alpha Centauri. Okay, I found the part of this Discord conversation where I found the bits of Alpha Centauri. Where was I talking? Hero mentioned Starland at the start of the immediate stellar neighbors a little harder. Approximate star a little more than that far from the binary. That's habitable zones. Yourself, why the fuck are you green? Higher plot line for blood feud. And then I'm just. Where did I? Okay, that's just fucking. Well, that's Halcandran culture. I'm gonna get the fuck off of Discord, guys. I can't. I'm not gonna fucking. We gotta yap here. I need to focus on. Are you gonna cooperate? Okay. Starring is our main thing. And, I could have sworn I had a post on Tumblr about fucking planets. I'm gonna search my blog for Alpha Centauri, because I know I put Floria and Aquarius there, and that's important. I might not have tagged it with my Kirby headcanon tag, which means... Okay, there's a reblog. This was from December. Okay. So I think where I was going with this was... Proxima B is Cavios. Neostar can go anywhere, because it's terraformed. Mechai can go anywhere. Deadrock perfect shape for experimental Ecumenopolis. Put city on Deadrock. Put city on Deadrock! Aquarius and Floria have to be careful with temperate worlds with abundant life. We'll scared of sandwiching temporary worlds between Rigel, Kentaurus, and Ptolemon. But also, the habitables, like, the stars orbit far enough from each other that... Okay, here we go. I found it. There's an unknown planet Milky Way wishes. Whether to be another planet between Ripple Star and the Sun, and Hot Beep is a good candidate, but I kind of just want it to be plastic rock with nothing useful like Mercury. But Mercury is now one of Popstar's moons. Popstar stole a couple things as moons. I think... Yeah, it was Ceres and Mercury. I think... Ceres is the one that got a hole blown in it at the end of Kirby's Adventure? And then, yeah, I left the tag in there. It's like, ooh, space travel. How do I keep Popstar as a cosmic backwater if it used to be the Imperial core for the Novans? Talk about this. This is what I get for putting my headcanons all over the goddamn internet and not, like, fucking... They also have to have different names. There's, like, and there's that. Do. I could always do, like, another layer in the software. So, we got your boys. I could make that fatter because we want to zoom in, zoom out, then it does have to be fatter to be fed. So we got that, and I'm gonna open a with Kirby page. Hang on. With Kirby. Planets. Show me them motherfucking planets. Okay. So, you got in main Starin, Sol, also known as Starin, got Earth, Shiverstar, way out. Because Earth has become a Kuiper-Belt object. Jupiter is now Half Moon. Uranus is now Sky High. Mars is now Popstar. Venus is now Ripple Star. And maybe Hot Beat is there? Question mark? I think I just want there to be a blasted rock. But also Mercury and Ceres are gone because they're moons of Popstar now. And that's not counting Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. That's weird, etheric, spirit nonsense going on. So... Alpha Centauri. Floria orbits one, and Aquarius orbits the other. And... Proxima B is Cavios. And then Proxima... I think I considered maybe making Proxima D Hot Beat. Because Hot Beat has to be... Let me look at what Kirby has on Hot Beat. Mechai can be anywhere, because the idea is the Empire took a dead rock and they turned it into an Ecumenopolis. Heartbeat. Show me the levels. Show me the levels. Man. Some of that looks like architecture to me. Yup, okay, there's a Camelio arm fight at the end, where there's clearly ancient ruins in there. But I do think Heartbeat is largely uninhabited. I think Heartbeat is so inhospitable, on average. Well, then why does it have a dream spring if it's so damn inhospitable? Why is that? What is the point? Those are all screenshots from... Ooh. That's a Superstar Ultra screenshot, but there's... The screenshots from the original Superstar have these, like, blue pylons in the background, and I can't tell if that's, like, cave openings? Or... No, yeah, that's, like, the sky. Yeah, that's supposed to be... Those are stalactites and stalagmites instead of... The blue is the negative space. So people have to have lived on Heartbeat at some point. Because Camelio Arm is there. Well, what is the point of Heartbeat? The point of Heartbeat is to be a fire level for Milky Way wishes, is what that is. There's some frustration there. There's carts there. Maybe something there about it being like a mineral mining outpost. In which case, that would make sense for a place to put, one of Galactic Nova's admin keys. I wanna say... Sky. In my headcanon, Aquastar and Aquarius are names for the same planet, by the way. So I have fewer planets to deal with, and I don't have to explain the existence of multiple, largely habitable worlds covered by large quantities of ocean. Now, that shit here, one of the things I wanted to talk about with, like, the galactic community is... I need to talk about the extent of space. And... it's, like... This is space! Big! It's like globular clusters above and below the galactic disk. I can't remember where we are in the disk. How far below we are. How far above or below it. I want to say... the Magellan Extreme have stars in it, or is it just gas? Because okay, now the sun's right there. It's like... that. My idea for discussions of Jambandra is... I can't remember if it was in Highness's rant or not, but there was the implication that they were specifically banished to the edge of the galaxy. So I'm gonna go all in and say, those motherfuckers are on the galactic rim, and I am specifically going to say that they are on the opposite edge of the galaxy from the sun. They are out in the zone of avoidance, which is part of their banishment, because in order to get back to, like, the main part of the galaxy where the Novan Empire was, they would have to cross through the galactic core. which I imagine would be extremely dangerous due to the density of stars there. I don't actually know how dangerous how dangerous space travel through the galactic core would be. I think mostly they just wanted to be able, to, like, blot them out of the sky. So they would, we're going to banish you to a spot where you are behind the Milky Way from the perspective of most of our citizens. So, the Jambandra system is all the way over here. Way out here. Very close to the galactic edge. And I almost want to say it's off the disk as well. But I want to do some short research on the galactic streams. First, we got yeah, way out there. And one of the main reasons I wanted to talk about galactic geography, astrography, I guess, cartography, is because I have been thinking a lot about Susanna Haltman and the Haltman Works Company and their relation to some of my headcanons about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And I have come to the realization that I'm going to need to do a lot of work on... Like, I don't want there to be multiple galaxies. Because it is so easy. It is so easy to just go, oh, it's just another galaxy. But, like, if you actually look at the facts and the sheer scale of space... A single galaxy is more than enough space, and probably too much already as it is. There's gonna be loads of uninhabited bullshit all over the Milky Way, and there will still be a thriving space empire, because they do have warp drives. They do have warp drives. They have magic. They have the little star-shaped portals that they can pull open. They've got access to Seraph energy. After the portals close and the new world loses access to Seraph energy, and they have to rebuild all their tech, they regain that teleportation ability by kidnapping Elphalis. One of the things that has been bothering me is that the new world has, like, a time dilation effect compared to Dreamland in Forgotten Land. Now, I subscribe to the headcanon that Elphalin fixed that at the end after beating Elphalis, but I've ultimately had to just kind of give up in regards to that and assume that, like, King DDD and Meta Knight and maybe possibly Bandy, depending on what I can glean from his dialogue, are just categorically, like, a few years older, maybe not a few years, like, several months up to a year older than they would be had they not been sucked through the portal to the Forgotten Land. And I think there is just some time bullshit going on, and I think that's related to the fact that, Specto Forco has been in the Eternal Capsule for so long that they don't remember time. They don't really, like, have a sense of how long it's been, because they have been in the same place for years and years. They have, like, a trauma response to that, and, like, not really understanding, like, it's not that they don't understand it, it's that they're just not connected to it. So when they reach out through space-time and use their teleportation to drag the Dreamlanders to the Forgotten Land, there is they fucked up the time stream. And that does mean that, like, any characters that I have who are, like, aware of that are gonna, like, look at DDD and Meta Knight after this event and go, like, dog, you have time slime on you. Are you okay? And they wouldn't be the first characters that have ages that are desynchronized from the timeline. Well, they're the first to have it, like, be desynchronized from, like, the cosmic concept of the timeline. But they're not the only ones to have their biological and temporal ages desynced, because Marx was dead for, like, 6 years, and Adelaine was in cryostasis for 7 million years. So, it's that kind of situation. I think they might have some weird feelings about, like, both feeling, like, several months to a year older and then seeing Kirby and he's just fine. Thinking... What are globular clusters? Let me see. Okay. Magellanic Stream. High-velocity clouds gas stay behind the largest small Magellanic clouds over 100 degrees to the galactic south pole of the Milky Way. Leading arm features. Stream was sighted in 1965 and its relation to the Magellanic clouds was established in 1974. Anomalous velocity gas clouds. Are there stars in it? I don't think there are stars in it. I think it's just gas. Owing to the closeness of Magellanic clouds and the ability to resolve individual stars and their parallaxes and proper motions, so the full 6-dimensional phase space information above. What are the other 3 dimensions? Phase space of a physical system is a set of all possible physical states of the system when described by physics. Correct space is reciprocal space. Sounds like a reciprocal space. Concept associated with solids with translational symmetry, which plays a major role in many here. Oh, okay, that's getting into science I am too small brain to deal with right now. Individual stars reveal detailed astronomy history. So, I don't know how far outside the galactic disk the jump entrance would be. As for distant corners of the galaxy, like, Forgotten Land throws around the word the galaxy a lot, which makes it sound like it is the same galaxy that everything else is taking place in. Which makes sense because you could still get a planet that is extremely far away and still like that. I think as far as that, I think they're like a little bit off the disk. Up. Where's the sun? I want to do it a little bit off the disk over this way. And I am going to put, I'm gonna say the ether walkers that entered the universe. I don't want to put them in one of the Magellanic clouds. I also would be interesting to put them in like a globular cluster. Don't give me globular clusters. Spherical conglomeration of stars bound together by gravity. Or spheroidal galaxies. Are found in nearly all galaxies. Spirals, mostly found in the outer spheroidal part of the galaxy, in the halo. Largest and most massive type of star cluster, tending to be older, denser, and composed with lower abundances of heavy elements than open clusters. Open clusters is a type of star cluster made of tens, a few thousand stars that will form the same giant molecular cloud and are roughly the same age. So, older, denser, composed of lower abundances of heavy elements. Why don't God have heavy elements? Usually I associate heavy elements with old. Maybe it's because of being in the galactic disk. There's more opportunities for fusion to take place, which means there's more opportunities for stars to die out and spit out all their heavy elements, and then turn back into new stars, which I assume is how our solar system happened. I think we would have to form in some kind of supernova nebula, because otherwise we wouldn't have any rocks. We wouldn't have any iron. All that shit had to be made somewhere, and it's either gonna be in the supernova of a dying star, it's gonna be in other, like, high energy, high density, extreme environments, maybe the accretion. The likelihood of heavy elements getting out of the accretion disk of a black hole is very low, so probably not that. But, like, stuff could have been made during the Big Bang, like, directly just from before the universe was big enough, so, like, shit could have started fusing early. Etherwalkers don't necessarily need to have... What the fuck is a gamma ray bubble? Oh, is that leftovers from when our galaxy was a quasar? Was the Milky Way ever a quasar? I don't fucking know. Because it said that Elphalus and Median Elphalus were born in a distant corner of the galaxy. Whatever galaxy the, Whatever galaxy the, don't want to put them too close to Jambandra. I can't... Hang on. Exoplanets in globular clusters. What are the odds that there's unlikely to host... I mean, that's an auto-generated thing. Very low metallicity. So... I guess that's gonna reduce the likelihood for planets. And I'm assuming etherwalkers, on account of being etheric creatures, can... I was about to say can breathe in space, but I don't think they even breathe to begin with. At least, not air. Not gases. So I'm going to put... Vecto Outpost in one of the globular clusters on the underside of the Milky Way galaxy. That's where the Fecto clan set up shop when they moved from the ether into the main universe. Will say, I think I'm gonna commit to the new world being somewhere in the Milky Way. But the point is that it has to be extremely remote, and therefore only accessible by very strong warp capacity devices. Because the point of the new world wasn't the origin homeworld of the ancients. It is one of their offshoot colonies. The ancients are... The core planets of the ancients are Ripple Star, Pop Star, and Halcandra. Mostly Halcandra on top, with Ripple Star and Pop Star being sort of kind of vassal states. They're like they're like the most, they have the most authority of the vassal states. And they have like some trading authority over Halcandra. There's like some space politics going on. But the New World was a terraforming experiment. I think I want to stick to it being a terraforming experiment. Where they were going to settle a planet, just straight up colonize it. And I don't know if it had any I don't know, it had to be in a habitable zone, because it's lush and beautiful in canon. It's possible that there might have been, like, pre-sentient life there. Like, maybe stuff that hadn't gotten past, like, very microscopic level. But even that would have been controversial. Like, there's like a background theme in my headcanon of the ancients being a little too big for their britches and having a little too much hubris, and Kendra specifically, like, pitching projects and all of the other, like, major vassal states going, dog, you cannot do that. You cannot be saying that, white baby. That's not true. Aren't a lot of white-furred Hellkendrons out there. They're mostly brown solid and black tabbies. But with a few extras along the outland. We're not getting into Hellkendran ethnicity tonight. Point of it is that the New World has to... I want it to be remote, mostly for, like, lore reasons. It's already, like, a new, distant planet that presumably isn't visible or accessible immediately from, the, like, by any means other than Portal. But even if there's, like, the potential for life somewhere, at the very least, humanity would object to colonizing and terraforming such a planet, because they would want it to, like, preserve it. Like, humanity is kind of like the Big Brother, that's like an NPD or thing. That's like the wise elder sibling of the galactic community on account of being the oldest sentient species and predating the magical infusion of the universe. And so they have a very long history. And they've, like, the idea is that humanity has seen this shit before, and, like, had all of these debates before, and so they're like, well, we're not going to go ahead with that, because you could render, an entire planetary system's, nascent life extinct if you just do that. And the idea behind the New World being so remote is, Hellkendran interests going ahead and doing that anyway, without the knowledge of the public. And just, like, basically doing that under the noses of the public and, like, not telling anyone. And that plays into why the Forgotten Land is forgotten, because it was forgotten by its original settlers. And when the portals eventually closed after the Galactic Crisis, they got yeeted back to the Information Age, out of the Space Age, and were stuck on their home planet and had to make... home planet. Like, it's stuck on this... And it is their home planet now. Got stuck on this planet and they just had to make do with what? Like, just life. And that's why stuff on the New World is so normal. And why it very much looks like human technology circa today-ish. So, my instinct is to put... See, another thing is... One of the things I wanted to do is that... I know I've been just yapping and not really doing anything with the thing. I'm gonna skip the boss theme. I do not give a shit about the boss theme. The boss theme... There you go there. So, in my headcanon, the ascent of the New Worlders back into the Space Age via Elfless's teleportation technology, eventually gave rise to the civilization into which the Haltmans would be born. Which means, obviously, the I'm sorry, my brain just fucking shat the bed right there. the Haltmans would gain access to Stardream eventually, and Stardream would have teleportation powers, which is how they would get from wherever the fuck they are in the galaxy all the way back to Starin to go menace Popstar. My instinct is putting that motherfucker say here in the Cygnus Spur of the Sagittarius arm, I think? Or the Perseus arm. I thought we were Persian. The normal outer arm. And okay. I want to say New World is over here. It's got that way over there. And while the civilization that would come to... Honestly, because it's been untouched for so long, not that long in the grand scheme of things, based on the condition that the world is in, and also my headcanons about the Haltmans. Genuinely, this, unless the, like, uplifted animals have been maintaining things in the Forgotten Lander's absence, unless that is the case, then the Forgotten Land has been abandoned by its original inhabitants for an absolute maximum of 100 years. No more than a century. Which is very recent in terms of galactic history, because the ancients were up to their shit 1,000-ish years ago. I'd have to double check the timeline numbers that I had set up. But that means we have a situation where, like, let's say the Forgotten Land has been abandoned for, IDK, 40 to 60 years. 40 to 60 years, they leave the planet. And maybe 10 to 20 years before that, they finish the whatever the fuck. They, like, start the project. They, like, manage, to crack, Elpholis's... Yeah. So, like, maybe 60 years ago, they leave the planet. 20 years before that, so 80 years total, when they crack, Elpholis's teleportation power. And then 30 years before that, because there's a canonical mention of 30 years, I think, is when they capture Elpholis. Which would mean Elpholis/Forgo is in the Eternal Capsule for 110 years? I want to say? Which does leave an entire 1,000 years, like, that's like a 900-year span from the fall of the Ancients, where their, portal tech got cut off. I mean, I feel like that's enough time to regress back to, like, modern technology. Like, oh yeah, we burned through all of our Magitech fuel. Now we gotta use boring shit like solar and wind and hydroelectric, because geothermal. And then the fucking Fecto comets start hitting. But if they're going to make a significant... Because, like, they abandoned that planet. Which means, in that time, even if it's only about, like, 60-ish years, they haven't been back. Maybe it's not 60 years. Because if they leave the planet 60 years ago, then theoretically Rachel should still be alive. But she would have been like 80. So maybe it is a few more centuries. But the fact that all of the ruins are in such good condition makes me doubt that. Like, I'm not even sure if there's like enough magical justification to justify like the lack of rot. Because like, if you've ever seen something like Life After People, nature reclaims shit fast. And, like, it will not look... Like, you will not have overgrown cities in 200-300 years. You will have a forest that is complete... Like, an old-growth forest with the rubble of a city underneath it. Now, I'm... Sufficiently sturdy skyscrapers will probably last a good long time, so... I mean, maybe I'm, like, overestimating it. So I would probably have to go, like, watch an episode of Life After People or some shit, or another one of those, like, apocalypse things that's, like, how long, like, how many years after, if every human vanished at once, how long would it take for nature to reclaim this landmark, or this city, or what have you, so that I can have a baseline to think about, because I think they at least researched that kind of shit when they aired shows like that in the 2000s, instead of just making shit up. But, if they have portal tech, how far would they have gone such that a spacefaring interplanetary society would just never touch it again? Because if that's the case, I think they would have hopped over to some places that are, like, pretty far away from the Forgotten Land. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna portal to someplace better, and maybe places they found were somewhere over here, which makes sense, because, one of the things they did when Stardream failed to develop its soul when it was first built, it blew up and vaporized everyone in the laboratory. So they ejected it into deep space. And then, 1,000 or so years later, Max Haltman finds it, and turns it into the Access Art, etc., etc. And maybe Stardream is huge. I don't think it can crash into a planet without causing both, accruing a large amount of damage to itself, and, like, rendering a planet entirely uninhabitable. So I think, functionally, it's going to have to be, like, a wreck orbiting something. And in my headcanon, the Robobot's sizes are all over the place, so it's mostly done for rule of cool and it's not actually accurate. Which is mildly frustrating, but what you gonna do? So, the Fecto outpost is in one of the globular clusters. The Bandra is all the way over here. You got Starin over here. I want to say, one of the things I was curious about doing was, like, I have all the planets. Like, you have... I was like, oh, the minor planets, yeah. In Star Allies... That's all the Jambandra system. That's that, and their moon, and or, like, so there's New World. Patchland's a weird one. I need to double check, because Patchland can apparently be seen in the sky from Topstar, but I feel like it has to be an alternate dimension. In my heart, it is an alternate dimension. It is only reachable by the sock. Kirby seeing Patchland in the sky at the end of Epic Yarn was a metaphor, and it was him daydreaming about going back to see his new friend Prince Fluff. The mirror world, specifically, is in a pocket dimension. That's like it's plot important. Mayalo had himself sealed into that pocket dimension to prevent the escape of his master fragment, and he planned to starve it and himself to get in there. And the fact that the Ancients managed to break in by creating the dimension mirror was the resulting dissolution of the plan. Seventopia is also an alternate dimension. Like, there's some shit with the Paint Witches that has fallen apart since our allies. I need to fucking redo that. I need to decide where Neostar, and Rockstar are. I don't quite know where. I think I might stick with Hot Feet being Proxima D. I might have to double check what Proxima D is like in terms of temperature and atmosphere, so I can fucking think about that. But Neostar is also a terraforming project. It's like almost like a Jurassic Park situation. But it can go anywhere, and I think Neostar would probably be something. I think Neostar can be over. I could put Neostar in the Pleiades. Be fun. We'll point up at the Pleiades and we go, we put dinosaurs there! See those 7 stars in the sky? We put dinosaurs there. Yeah. You mean birds? No, like non-avian dinosaurs. Like we have and like other like weird prehistoric archosaurs too. Check this out. You know Terran? Little purple pterosaur? Yeah, we genetically re-engineered him using time bullshit and genetics. Neostar, plural. No, it's just one Neostar. I don't know where Rockstar is. I think Rockstar is a ways out of the way. That's why my Tumblr post open. Milky Way wishes unknown planet I have to think about. Start that earlier. Because let's be real, this guide, that bar in this is equivalent to 10,000 light years. Now, we do have Alcubierre drives, we do have portals and shit. I think one of the contributing factors to the collapse of the Galactic Empire was a lot of the portal nexuses that could reach all the way across the galaxy were connected to Halcandra in another dimension. So it's off in like a little pocket of ether with its star and its fellow planets in the system. Posrefta, and also Saturn is there, because I said so. There's a reason for that. Don't worry about it right now. What's the Milky Way wishes mystery planet? Kind of off. Between Cavios and Sky High? I think Cavios and Sky High would probably be... I'd probably have to put it in the Alpha Centauri system, which could be fun. Be a tiny little planet with weird fucking plants. Why not? Ah. Scotland's over here. And we have... gotta have, like, planets and shit. Star systems. Stuff. And there's, like, probably portal relays and shit. We know about... I need to do more research into the Robobot lore and see if I can find it archivable like the Miiverse posts and shit, so I can remember where like, the scale of, like, Haltman Works bullshit, because they're doing some space capitalist Star Wars shit over here, and, I feel like they would have to eventually, like, sweep up the galactic harm and get there. Guys, it's been real. I know I'm ending this very suddenly, but it is getting... I know it's not very late for me usually, but I do have a slightly different sleep schedule on account of some real life shit. And also I need to run to the bathroom. So I need to run to the bathroom, and also I need to go to bed, so this probably is going to be as good a time as any to end this stream. So I got what I was going for, which is I have some things here. I probably have to put shit over here in regards to, like, the settling of other planets. I've covered most of the planets that appear canonically in the games. I might make some, like, cameo appearances of shit from the anime and the novels as, like, because I like references. It's still primarily, first and foremost, Gameverse in terms of lore, but I like having little call-outs to the other supplementary material and alternative universes, which is fun. So you might see Planet Pippi and... I should probably pronounce it Pippi. The Planet Pippi and probably Chiffon are somewhere in that, western segment? Anyway, I will see y'all around. Thank you for listening to me yap. Thank you for listening to me embarrass myself on the Yuri quiz. I will see y'all later, hopefully this weekend. Good night, everybody!